Let me just tell you something. I will never, ever take that many mushrooms and watch a political debate again.
I was on Jerry Springer's podcast, and this is way fucking better than that.
Take me into your portal. I'm ready.
The hell did you just say?
I'm bummed. I'm bummed. I never knew we were dating that whole time, though. You should have. You should have texted me. It probably would have been really fun if I'd known.
Saw a bunch of people run into the Capitol. I thought, fuck, this sounds like a fun idea. It wasn't until I got home, people were like, Jay, I didn't know you were a racist conservative. And I was
I am waiting here. 1,000 years here. What's going on? You talking about something? Yeah. Yeah. How are you, everybody?
It's the 30th of January on Saturday night. It is time for The Least We Could Do with your hosts, Jimmy and Dwayne. What's up, guys?
Look what you've done, Kyle. You've made us seem so great. All these guests that we've had, you put together a little compilation to start off the show. Thank you, my man.
He did what?
Did you miss it?
Yeah.
What were you watching? What were you doing?
Totally missed it.
What a dick.
I was concentrating on not unmuting and ruining his fucking
You totally unmuted and laughed. It was okay. That's fair. That's fair.
It is the 30th of January. Kyle, how are you doing?
Good. I got my totally due and
yeah.
Yep.
Cool. I've got Jameson tonight. And of course I've got
Jimmy's got stonks, so and that's the drinking word of the day.
He got his stonks.
Drinking word of the day,
cold
drinking word of the night,
ale.
Stonks, everybody. Dwayne, how are you doing, buddy?
I do not have stonks. I do not have stonks at all.
Well, we're gonna get into that in just a minute. What a jam-packed show we have for you. We got Dr. Beard coming up. Also want to take this moment to tell you that we have Nick, Trivia Guy, coming up during our normal video interlude at the bottom of the 9 o'clock hour Central Standard Time. He will be joining us, but you need to go to crowd.live right now. Go on another device so you can continue to watch us. But crowd.live. Enter in the code Zweez.
No, not Zweez. Zwez, man.
Zwez. Put the Zwez in there, and then your nickname, and you'll be ready to play. And we're gonna have a prize. Are we giving away a poop knife tonight? We're giving away a poop knife.
Oh,
giving away Dwayne's poop knife. I told Aaron
I don't have solid poops. I don't need a poop knife, man.
Okay, yeah, still loosey goosey down there. I'm Jimmy Preston. This is Dwayne Primo, my co-host. We do the show every Saturday, much to Kyle's chagrin. But
cheers, guys.
8 to 10 Central Time. If you're on the East Coast, that is 7 to 9, I think. I don't know math. We are on the Talking Beards Network, and we just wrapped up a great show with Big Sexy. Lots of announcements tonight on his show. It had Barefoot Brains on there. The Big Sexy brand sponsors the show. Go make sure you watch that show before us. It's a great lead in, and we want to thank him for everything he does. Also, thanks to all the members of Talking Beard Network. You guys are doing a great job. Craft Whisper Club, Talking Beards on Tuesday. What Up Mob, Beard Laws, F It Friday. And then, of course, most popular show on the Talking Beards Network from 8 to 10 Central Standard Time. The Least We Could Do. I almost said Talking Beards. Let's get to our sponsor.
It is the most popular show of its time slot on its day.
On its network. Yeah. Nobody else at this point has as many viewers as we have. So our sponsors, Styco's Nut Scrub. Psycho's Nut Scrub.
Scrubbing nuts, one nut at a time. Wait, no.
Cleaning Texas.
Cleaning Texas, one nut at a time.
One nut at a time. Used it this evening. My hands look beautiful. What do we got? Fluffy White Biscuits. We got Jimmy's Bazaar.
Fluffy Purple Feet and Jimmy's Bazaar.
We got Ancient Astronaut Theorist University.
We do.
We got Poop Knife.
Wow, we're going through it quick.
And we got Austin Facial Hair Club merch store. Also,
wait.
Austin.
What? We got one more. You keep forgetting.
Well, hold on. Let me do the thing about this. AustinFacialHairClub.com. Come and Shave It 15 is just right around the corner. February 20th is the competition. It's going to be an online competition. We've allowed Dwayne to co-host it with me. There was concessions made. We but he's part of it. But look, registration closes on the 17th, the night of the 17th, depending on what time zone you're in, the night of wherever you are. That's what it. Come and Shave It 15.
Sundown the 17th.
Get your submissions in. We're raising money for Kyle, the name of our charity.
That is the Amplified Sound Coalition.
And that goes to benefit what's it do?
Benefits event workers in the live capital music of the world, where the city of Austin doesn't give a fuck about live music and they're trying to shut shit down, and we're saying fuck you.
Yeah. They just recently fought for getting a lot of money that was designated for other things released to help with some of the venues. I believe they paid out. I'm not sure, but I think a lot of these places got about $30,000, which is life-saving to some of these venues.
I mean, so it helps, but it's not enough. They need more.
Yeah. So we're raising money for that organization. It's something that started,
we got a couple of non-human categories as well. That'll be raising money for Bully Ranch.
That's right.
So if you have a non-human at home, facial hair or not, you could do a craft beard on a non-human. I think that's legal. So get in there and register before the 17th of February.
I think we've got like best groomed and then feral or something like that.
Most feral, yeah.
So
now, is it only non-humans in the non-human categories?
Like you can, yes. Also, Cosmic Cowboy, Quality Smoke Shop and Boutique over on South Congress. Go and visit them. Tell them that the Least We Could Do sent you. Those guys are great.
I was just using some of their product just thin a while ago.
Good job, man. So look, we've got a jam-packed show. We've got our guests tonight are some characters. So we got Dr. Beard joining us in just a few minutes. He's going to be joining us. I want everybody to feel free. This is an open forum. He's going to be answering questions of the medical persuasion. If you've got questions about your own body, about somebody else's body, about a body,
anybody you're interested in, anybody you have interest in, if you have questions about it.
Yeah, and then we've also got COVID's on the tip of everybody's tongue. So
I hope not.
You can ask questions about that. He'll be joining us.
It's not on the tip of everybody's tongue.
Well, you don't want it to be, but it could be. That's why you wear a mask, because it spreads through tip of the tongue stuff. So our musical guest tonight, English Muffin Divers, and they have got a new album out, and it's hot stuff. And Kenny Wayne, actually, he's coming off. He just had COVID, and we almost lost him. It was pretty hard. He had a rough time with it, but he's back. They're not playing any live shows, but they're joining us tonight. And tonight we will film their music video for their world famous song. This is already on the top 5 charts in UK.
Yeah, it's blowing up.
English Muffin Divers playing Pass the Butter tonight. We're doing the album or the music video.
Is it UK?
We're gonna be in
I thought it was pronounced Uck. Sorry.
Have you ever been in a music video?
Everybody. Me? No.
Yeah.
Not since like the early 80s.
Okay, so you've been in a music video then?
Yeah, like it was never released to the public.
Who's watching this music video?
I mean,
it
was big locally. It was.
We're doing a show here, Dwayne. Why are you being cryptic about your 1985 music video cameo? Who was the artist?
It's pre-internet, man. You're not.
Was this you and your buddies like lip syncing to Madonna, like Papa Don't
No.
Preach or something?
No, it was a band. It was a band. They were filming a live video at a very small, intimate venue in a town called Broussard, Louisiana, and I was in it.
Okay. Now, how many times did you say to a young lady shortly after this that
Mhm.
you had been in a music video?
Oh, a bunch.
So you used it as street cred. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they were well-known local bands, so it worked.
All right.
For a little bit, like a week.
Well, we're going to be doing that tonight with English Muffin Divers, and that's going to be fun. But
another week out of this.
So let's talk about what happened this week, guys. The man got right. And I understand that you guys don't understand stunks, but I'm a sophisticated gentleman, and I play the market. So, when the pandemic hit,
do you play the market, or do you follow the lead of other people who play the market?
I follow a lot of people that are influencers. And
so you jumped on this Robin Hood bandwagon post haste as soon as you heard about it.
No, let me tell you the story. So I had heard about it, and there was rumblings on Reddit last week about it, or the prior week. Yeah, I'm on there. I'm a lurker. I've got like one karma. But so I'm seeing that this is going on, but I decided, I took Monday off. I just, on a whim, I just needed a personal day. And like sometimes on my day off, I just don't get a good nap because I know that there's stuff that I should be doing. But when you call out, like, and I didn't even call out sick. I just said, hey man, and this is why I love Tony. I was just like, hey dude, I'm going to take the day. You cool with that? He was like, take the day. And so I did. And I slept.
Tony.
Like when you are supposed to be at work, but you call out, and so I've called in. I don't feel good.
Does the guilt make you sleep better?
Yes. Yeah. Knowing that they're working, and you're not. It is so great. So I slept in.
I think knowing that they're working, thinking about you, thinking, man, I wish he didn't feel so bad, and he could be here having all this good fun with us and having these great conversations that we're having at work. They're probably thinking that, and you're like,
yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't say I was feeling bad. I just said, hey man, I need the day.
Yeah, mental health day.
Yeah, because I mean, you can't be sick for one day and then come in the next. And then I've done the thing where I've faked I was sick, and then I came in, and then I faked that I was still getting over it.
Yeah.
And then I think I mentally made myself sick by being such a good method actor.
And then you had to call in another day because
you
got sick.
Yeah, like by Thursday, I was actually sick.
Right.
And it was like, I guess
you
I
had to go to the hospital.
Yeah. Right. So listen, I slept in on Monday. I missed the pump. It was at like $6 on
Did you
Sunday
get in for the dump though.
Well, I woke up, it was at like 280, and I was like, I missed it. Oh, what a bummer. And I went back.
Shares were at 280 when you heard about it.
When I woke up, and I looked, and then I was like,
here's where I'm a little behind. So when the big buy-in started, where were shares?
Like at $6.
$6 a share.
$6 a share. $6, $7.
So some dudes were jumping in, like buying $8,000 worth of $6 shares.
There's one dude that bought he bought like $79,000 worth.
I saw one TikTok post where these guys cashed in 50 G's worth of Bitcoin and bought.
There was people that did that. There was one guy that bought $5,000 worth, and at the height he had like an $8 million, like the screenshot was like an $8 million valuation. So anyway, I missed it. It was 280. I was like, oh, I'm out. I guess I'm out. And then I went back to bed. And then I woke up again, and it was in like the 70s, and it was tanking. And I was like, oh, Well,
Maybe
and
there'll
then
be
it
another
just
wave,
kept,
and you
it
jumped in.
kept it kept staying at about 70 to 74.
Mm.
I was watching it,
Mm.
watching the candles, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna put in a market order for 5 shares at $69.
Let's try and use lay terminology as much as possible. You're saying candles and market shares and market orders, and
Yeah.
use lay terminology as much as possible, please.
So I basically set a price, and I said, if it hits $69, buy 5 shares. And then I went back to bed. And then I woke up later,
Mhm.
and I had the 5 shares, but it was at $380.
Oh shit! So it had jumped back up.
Yeah, yeah. And my purchase was like $325 in these stonks. And so it went crazy. Now, why did it go crazy? It went crazy because there was everybody on Reddit was talking about it. And this was the plan. Now, why did they pick GameStop? Because GameStop was heavily shorted, like 140% shorted. So these guys had bet.
How do
these
they
hedge-
know that it's shorted?
So these guys said, you know what? It's trading at like $7.
Mhm.
I think it's going to go down to 4. I'm going to buy several hundred thousand. I'm going to borrow several hundred thousand GameStop stocks. And then when it goes down to $2, I'm going to sell them, but I'm going to return the ones that I borrowed at 7. So it makes $5 per share, 500 or 100,000 shares. That's $500,000, and then the hedge fund makes some money.
It seems like you're terrible at explaining this, because I don't understand at all.
So
what you're
okay, so this is how it works. You've got stocks, right? And you
Those look like
say
cigarettes.
I think there's going to be less cigarettes in this pack at one point. Okay, so I'm gonna borrow 2 cigarettes. Okay,
How do you borrow? Like, how do you borrow stocks?
You just short them. You just say, hey, I'm gonna short these cigarettes. So I'm shorting these cigarettes.
Do you just like call somebody that's got some stocks and say, hey, yo, let me get some of those? Let me just borrow some of those stocks?
Oh, you got to get on Robinhood. Okay, so you get on Robinhood, and it's a stock trading app. Some people are on E-Trade, some people are on Fidelity, TD America, some people have got Schwab or
But do I have to be on Robinhood? Is the thing.
You don't have to be, but it
be on anything, right?
It's like the Ronald McDonald of stock trading apps, and everybody got on it. And the reason they got on it was because if you started an account, you could send a link like I did to you guys so that you could start an account. You didn't fall for it.
Yeah.
I told you to buy the stock, didn't I?
Because I didn't want Robinhood to start selling all of my information to somebody. I got enough people selling my fucking information to people.
Well, as long as you're not buying stocks while you're storming the Capitol, Dwayne, you're gonna be all right.
Don't even put my name in that hat. I'm nowhere near the Capitol. I have an alibi for that fucking day. I don't even have a Buffalo hat. Well, they caught the Buffalo hat guy. Do you hear he's testifying at the impeachment trial?
What?
The Buffalo hat guy from the Capitol is testifying at Trump's impeachment trial.
Are you serious? They're bringing him in.
It's fucking amazing. I love it.
That's stupid.
That's so like
I imagine they're going to bring it in because he's the guy that was quoted as saying that he was invited by Trump. Anyway, you know what? This is a no Trump zone. No reason to talk about that guy right now. Maybe next week when the impeachment starts, but probably not. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm so happy
about the MAGA party.
No, no. Stop derailing my train of thought. I'm trying to remember what the things that's the train of events.
But especially you, Jimmy. That's a direct quote from our next guest.
It is. So look, this is what's going on. They are trying to drive the price up because these rich motherfuckers, they've got these hedge funds and they have to buy. They've borrowed stock and they have to return it, which they had hoped to return it at a lower price.
Let me do this simply. Can I do this a little bit more simply, and we can cut this down and get to our guest?
Do you know how to explain something that you don't understand?
A little bit more simply. Basically, what's happening is little dudes on the internet that are sitting at home in their pajamas with nothing to fucking do figured out how these fucking stock cocksuckers have been doing this bullshit for years. They figured it out. They said, hey, let's fucking do it to them, bro. They all got high one day and got on Reddit in their little group. They're like, hey, man, why don't we just do what they do to them, man?
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, dude, let's do it. And now social media lets you do shit like that. So they did it. And now the government is trying to stop them from doing it so that the big guys can keep doing it to us.
Well, the government's not stopping them. The government is actually saying that it's free market.
Kyle's backstage. He's clapping.
It should be going on, you know, but Robinhood shut everybody down. Like I already own the max number of shares of GameStop. I can't buy anymore. I tried to set up an E-Trade account and I was able to set up an E-Trade account. And then I set up my bank account to transfer money, and it says if you transfer that money, you will not be able to use it until February 3rd, which is bullshit because they had it as you could have an account set up automatically 4 days ago, and then now all of a sudden you can't. And then they put a buy restrictions on Dogecoin, AMC, BlackBerry, American Airlines. All these other
people that are watching this show don't give a fuck.
They've got stonks. You guys got stonks?
They're calling to talk to Dr. Beard, man, about the growth on their testicles. That's a stonk. Huh? If you had a growth on your testicle, would you name it Stonk? Because it was like a pet name. You're mad, aren't you?
I am mad. So listen, this is what I can't tell you what
Joshua Delancey, he cares about stocks. So let's keep talking.
Joshua gets it. And so look, I don't know what's happening, but this is what I know. These guys have an expiration date on their short positions, and they have to buy hundreds of thousands of GameStop stocks soon. And I believe the date is like February, 30th or 45th or something. I don't know. So they've got to buy the stuff, and then everybody's going to get it up to $1,000. That's their goal, and then everybody's going to get rich. And I'm not even going to get that rich. I'm just going to get a little bit of bucks. Like I could buy a Buick Century,
I wish I'd have known too, Snidely. Oh, sorry.
You wish you'd know
Apple News.
Oh, you wish? Yeah. I mean, like if I would have thrown, I would have thrown $1,000 at it if I would have known. Yes. But that's not the point. The point is, this is a way to get back at these hedge funds. Now, I spoke to a hedge fund guy, and he said that, listen, as much fun in games as it is, and as interesting as all this is, this can have negative. It can have negative ramifications. Like these hedge funds, some people's like 401ks might be invested in them. This hedge fund could go under if they have to buy $2 billion worth of GameStop stocks. And there's blood in the water. All the other investment firms are like, you know what? They were kind of dicks anyway. Never really picked up the tab. Anytime we do the credit card roulette, they'd never they always threw in their Diners Club, which had a limit on it, And then so here we are. It's time to pay the piper.
AAA card is this? This is bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't pay with the AAA card, your insurance card. So anyway, now that my blood pressure is through the roof.
Right. Now, good thing you don't have to go to it. You're probably going to scream at Dr. Beard now.
I'm not going to scream at him because
verbally harass nurses. You have a history, sir. You have a history now.
Are you talking about the nurse at the plasma center?
Yeah, fucking what are you thinking? Screaming at a frontline worker. You're ridiculous.
I didn't
I'm so
scream at her.
disappointed in your behavior lately. I don't even know how. I don't know how I continue to do this with you every Saturday with the way that you've been behaving. I have to say something. I'm almost in tears. I'm so angry right now.
Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be okay? Because I'm worried about you.
No, I'm good.
Put yourself together. You've got low T. Hey, Doc. Doc, is this a symptom of low? Bring Dr. Beard on. Is this a symptom of low T? Him being like just emotionally unstable.
Estrogen, man.
The estrogen is way out of hand right now, and that's why your beard hasn't grown in like 6 months.
Hey, what is
You feel like? Do you really feel like it hasn't grown in 6 months?
Do you have a growth chart?
No, I haven't. I really haven't. I have to go back and look at pictures now.
You should follow my beard program.
You have your own beard program, Dr. Beard?
Oh yeah, I've got the biotin, the collagen, the Rogaine, the minoxidil pills.
Yeah.
Just a dash.
How do you
of
feel
tea.
about the is it GLH, the spray on beard?
I haven't heard of that.
Have you tried
What's
that
the deal
one
with
yet?
that? No.
It's like, and there's a sponge one too, where you swipe the sponge and hair just appears. It's
Oh my
amazing.
God. I'd be like
Facebook. I can't explain it.
Teen Wolf.
So, Dr. Stephen Hutto, we also call you Dr. Beard. We had a little teaser with you last week, and we talked about my hemorrhoid. I'd just like to tell you, like, once I knew it was a hemorrhoid and not ass cancer, it started going away. I mean, and I'm not making jokes about ass cancer. Okay. You're talking to I started a nonprofit to raise money to stop ass cancer. So
in that week you had a hemorrhoid.
no, years ago. It's called Fart Your Art, or Work of Fart. We were going to put colored talcs in people's butts, and they were going to fart onto a canvas that was freshly painted with like a primary color. Famous people like
that. You were going to be involved of actually putting the talc in butts.
We were in negotiations with the hottest starlet at the time, Yasmin Bleeth, and she was going to do it.
Nice.
And we were trying to get Betty White to do it, and Delta Burke was also in consideration. So Fart Your Art,
Goofy White.
and we were going to auction it off. So anyway, but look, low T's a thing, right? Do we just have it? Do we just grow into low T?
So it's kind of this thing where your T peaks at like 21 and then slowly goes downhill. And there's argument about the ranges of it, but like it follows a diurnal pattern. And so it depends on whether or not you're sleeping well, you're eating well, you're working out and being active. So if you're not doing that shit, your T's gonna be low, no matter how big your balls are.
Also,
you got to check it in the morning.
The more T you lose, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean you got to check it in the morning? There's a way to check your T?
Yeah. So when you go to bed, your brain, your hypothalamus is sending gonadotropin releasing hormone, and LH comes out of your pituitary, and that tells your nuts to say, hey, make some tea. And then it starts slowly through the night. And then like after about 6 or 8 hours, it starts going crazy. So those last 2 hours are the most important for tea production. And so then you want to check the T to see what the peak is, because your T falls throughout the day. If you check it at 2 p.m., you got low T anyway.
Okay, I feel like I asked a question and you answered it with you just danced around it. How do I check my T?
You draw your blood in the morning. It doesn't have to be fasting. Yeah.
Oh, it's a blood test. Okay. All right. So I'm not doing this at home.
Right.
I'll bleed out.
You look like you got a lot of T though.
Thanks. I don't. I'm pretty sure.
What are you saying? You look like. Does it look like I have a little T?
You guys both look pretty teed up.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Come on.
He might just be saying that because he's.
I'm older,
but let's go straight from T to Peyronie's disease. I'm getting bombarded with these commercials whenever I like to keep my friends close and my enemies closer. So I watch Fox News to see what they're planning, like when the next insurrection is. So whenever I'm watching Fox News, lots of bent dick commercials? Tell
Crooked
me
to
about?
the core.
Yeah,
Even their dicks are crooked.
What is Peyronie's disease?
So it
There's
tends to be
commercials
when
for bent dick syndrome.
exactly. It tends to be when you have like scar tissue or whatever, and your dick just kind of slowly curves. And it's kind of okay if it curves up a little bit, but if it curves down or to the side, it's kind of like you got to be, you're limited in your positions.
Who we
that you
talking
can
about?
use. Yeah, so you usually want to go to a urologist for that, and they can do like steroid injections that will like break up the scarring, and then they can sometimes do surgery too to kind of straighten it out a bit. It's kind of a minor surgery, I think, but
Make your dick look like Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy though, Doc, because I mean you're part of Western medicine, right? And
right.
we're in this back and forth on universal health care, Medicare for all. But you went to school. I'm sure you still got student loans, and then you've got insurance that you've got to pay because of malpractice insurance. How
Sure.
if you were the medical czar to make this happen, how can we do it? Do we have to like give free school for doctors to make it so that we can do it? And then do we have to take down all the pharmaceutical companies?
So it's really weird because I'm in a practice with other doctors who were in residency together, and they each paid like $25,000 for their education. I paid $260,000. And yet the like payment schedule for office visits and stuff hasn't changed in like 20 years. And in fact, insurance companies continually negotiate it down the longer you're with them. You have to flush them like cable companies. And like all the money's being sucked out of it by insurance companies, pharmaceuticals, all that crap, by this lack of transparency that they all have. Like nobody knows how much you pay for anything except your copay. And so for me, a primary care, like I want a single payer system, or at least like regulations on, what they can do. Like you can't change someone's formulary, or, not tie it to, your job, for instance, or, I mean, it's crazy what they get away with just from playing hocus pocus with, we don't know.
And I feel like they masquerade as saying that they're doing a value add because they dictate a lot of. I just went to the doctor, as you know, last week, and like I said, they were like, "Look, you're here for an annual physical. If you ask any question, it's going to get billed as a separate thing." And they're like, that's not us. That's the insurance company telling us, and so they need a line item, which I get. At the if somebody comes in for an oil and filter and they say, "Hey, check the brakes," but I don't put a line item that says we also check their brakes, then it doesn't help me when I look at the history. So, I can understand why it needs to be itemized, but everything's got a charge, right?
Right. And I think it's kind of like up to the person, actually, when you look at it. You're supposed to bill that extra thing, but like if you're like, by the way, one little thing, like, okay, whatever, but if you have like are on 20 meds and you're coming for your physical, like there's no way I can do all the physical stuff. And that would be like your 50,000 mile checkup plus, oh, I want some rims, and can you put a sub back there? It's just like, no, you got to come back for that. So, I mean, I try to be reasonable about that. If it's like one thing and I know the person's like, whatever, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that's how I got my hemorrhoid looked at. I mean, but it's also, I've done the same thing. Somebody's like, well, hey, do you have appointments today? Because I think my tire's going to fall off. It's now that she said it to me, I can't unknow that she's about to die in traffic. So now I got to look at her wheel. So like, if I tell you, hey, I'm worried about a bump on my butt, you got to like that. That's so I guess tell us the code words to make people look at our genitalia.
So, usually like I have like a certain amount of appointments or whatever, and then I'll leave a little room for, if somebody calls and is like, oh my God. But like usually they're going to come in and they'll either have like no appointment reason or like personal reason or like wants to talk to the doctor. And then we're all like, okay, they have gonorrhea or a bump in the ball. Like, duh. Like we see that all the time where they're like, I don't know. And we're like, it's your balls, isn't it? So
Yeah.
I don't know. People are pretty forthcoming. I think it's all about how you sit down and relate to them and create that rapport, and then pretty soon it all comes out.
So how old are you, Dwayne? You're like 52?
47, sir.
47. I'm
Be 48 in
45.
a couple months.
How old are you, Kyle? Where is he?
Well, I'm 36.
Kyle,
I'm 36.
how? 36.
Writing notes.
36.
Just a baby, a wee baby.
Okay, so what do we need to be doing? Like, when do we start getting the colonoscopy?
Dude, we need to be doing way more than we're doing.
So usually for guys at age 40, I'll start drawing a blood test for PSA. That's like the blood test for prostate screening. And I usually don't do the finger test until like 50, unless you have a history of like someone with early prostate cancer, like if your dad got it when they were 50 or 60, because everyone gets it when they're like 90, regardless. But it's usually like the slow growing kind that you're not going to die from. But that's how that goes, unless
When
you
they're
have like
90.
a problem. Yeah. It's just a matter of time.
Who the
It's just
fuck
like,
makes it to
if
90?
you have boobs, you're going to get breast cancer at 90. If you have a prostate, you're going to get prostate. It's like lifelong exposure to testosterone.
Yeah.
But
You might want to check some
yeah.
shit before 90, because most people don't even get to that. So,
But yeah, 40 is when I start doing the blood test. And obviously when I'm doing the blood test, I'm like, so does anybody in your family have prostate cancer? Or are you having any of the symptoms like, hard to start peeing, or you peeing a lot at night and you're not even drinking a 6-pack, or, that kind of stuff. And then that goes into it. So that's PSA. Colon cancer is usually 50 when you start the colonoscopy, but they have the new thing now where you poop in a box, which is nice.
Shut up.
Cologuard. Yeah, Cologuard. They send you a box, you poop in it.
Do you poop in the box, or do you catch it with your hand?
It's your poop in a box. It's literally your poop in a box, and they can check it for cancer, DNA, and also there's another test in there for blood. But it's almost as good as a colonoscopy. So if it's positive, then you have to do a colonoscopy. But everyone's doing the Cologuard now because it's covered by most insurance.
I got a colonoscopy in 2016 at like 3 p.m, and then saw the premiere of Star Wars Rogue One that very evening. I don't remember it, but I saw it. I was there.
No, what are you? So they drugged you? They drug you for the colonoscopy?
Yeah, they knocked me out for it.
What? Why? What are they putting up there, Steven? What, Dr. Beard? What are they putting up our butts?
So, I mean, having sit on some of those, they put like Versed, which is basically like liquid Xanax in your IV, and a little bit of pain medicine.
Okay.
And then there's this pipe that's like probably as big as your pinky. So it's like so tiny. And they just go through there and wiggle through that. It's actually very fast. Like a lot of the GIs were doing them in like 10 minutes. They're like, okay, cool.
Well, because it's like high resolution, and then so you can like model everything at the same time later on, and so you're not looking at it live. You're looking at it later. It's so not.
No, you're looking at it while it's happening. Like the person's laying there sideways, and they've got somebody.
If I could have stayed awake, I could have watched mine. Like
yeah,
I saw the very beginning of it, and they offered to give me a DVD.
Shut up! Did you get it?
Scope of my ass? No, I didn't. I didn't even go back for the fucking follow up, son.
Why?
I went to see Star Wars.
You were just there for the entertainment, I guess.
Somebody said I don't know why I went to the doctor in the first place, but then I think it was some fucking hemorrhoids, to be honest with you. And then they sent me for a colonoscopy. Like he gave me this shit to make the hemorrhoids go away, and then he made me go get a colonoscopy, and then I never went back for a follow up. I went to see Star Wars instead.
Oh, Dwayne.
And you know what now, Jimmy? This was 2016. What are we, 2021? I still got those fucking hemorrhoids. Should have went for the follow-up.
This is why we have Dr. Beard on the show, because folks like you aren't taking care of yourself, and I worry about you. You need to if you have somebody shove something up your butt, you need to go back and find out what the results of that is. I mean, that's a traumatic thing. And anyway,
I thought getting something shoved up my ass was the result.
Doc, why are men so bad at this men's health thing? I mean, is it a macho thing, or what is it?
I mean, most people aren't actually. When they get to that point, they're kind of resigned themselves. They're like, okay, and then it's actually really quick. It's like, okay, there you go. Boom.
You know what?
And they're like, really, you're done? And I'm like, yeah.
I think we might have
is boring.
I think we might have a question from a caller here. Jake, you there with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Jake, how's it going?
So I was just curious. Like, I was question for Dr. Beard. First time caller, long time listener. First off, but I don't really want anything in my butt, so I was curious about that poop box thing. And I would poop in a box, but what if the poop it won't fit in the box? What if it's too big? Is there a device?
It's a big box. It's like one of those styrofoam coolers. Like if you fill that box up, like. Yeah,
we got something for that.
It's a big box. Yeah,
we can help you with that, though, Jake. We got a little.
We
got the original poop knife. The original poop knife can chop that turd right in half for you. You drop that son of a bitch right in the box. It'll fit like a charm. Look at there. Jimmy's got it in his hand. I hope that's a clean one. I hope it's not used.
It's not.
Where can I get a poop knife?
Well, you can win one during our break. We're gonna have Nick, Quizmaster Nick, join us. So you need to go to crowd.live and enter in the codes WES.
You can see it down there,
and you can get yourself registered. If you win the trivia contest, then you can win a poop knife.
All right, I'm interested in that. I'm gonna stick around for y'all's trivia. Thank you very much for answering my question.
God bless
you're
you.
welcome, Jake. Absolutely. Thank you very much for watching our terrible show.
But the box, though, you can't do it if anybody in your family has colon cancer, and you can't do it if you're bleeding from your ass actively at that time.
Fuck. I'm bleeding from my ass constantly.
Okay, how do you know when you're done bleeding from your ass?
You're never done. In my experience, you're never done bleeding from your ass.
Okay, all right. So
you do a whole pick.
How scared? Who's bleeding from their ass?
I bleed from my ass all the time. Here's the thing: I think the darker the blood, the worse you got to worry.
True that, because that's up the line. Like if the bleeding is up the line, it has a chance to turn black. If it's bright,
if you got that good bright red blood, you just got a fissure, dude. You just ripped you ripped your crack open, is all.
Yeah.
Probably. Or you got a little slice on the hole there. Maybe you caught it with a fingernail. You went a little too deep.
But
if it's dark is worse. If it's like a dark, like a maroon blood, got some chunks of brown in it.
All right,
stop it. Gotta go to the doctor.
Okay, so listen, let's change the freaking subject to
into his tunnel of love.
Take me into the fucking new opening Kyle made. How'd you like that new opening? Did you see the new opening that Kyle made for us? It was great.
No, he was getting a cocktail. No, listen, we've got COVID. I'm hearing that the numbers are starting to go down. That the last couple days the first couple days of the new administration is having an effect. Is the culture changing? Are people maybe starting to take it a little bit more seriously? Are we getting enough vaccinations out to people? And do you see any danger in these the Brazilian and the South African strains that are coming our way?
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that. I think the holidays kind of hit a lot of people close to home, because everybody was thinking, oh, I'll just get my test and I'll run home. And, and when I come back, I'll just chill with my bubble. And then like for me personally, I was like, no, I'm not going home. Like I can't bet on everybody there doing the same thing in Alabama. I mean, my parents are doing everything, but sure enough,
Right.
you know, we have one person who's cutting hair and not wearing a mask, and they give everybody COVID. And I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't go. And then everybody else comes back and they're like, yeah, let's hang out. And I'm like, let's just wait on that. And I think that's where a lot of the spikes were, is because people were just kind of assuming, you know, a lot of stuff. But the main way it's being spread is you know, 3 days before you have symptoms, you're most contagious. So you don't even know you have it. So it's less about getting a screening test, because the cheek swab negative, don't bet on that. No swab negative, a little bit better, but I mean, you're better off just paying attention to who you're around and what you're doing, you know.
Wearing a fucking mask, maybe.
Wearing a mask, exactly. But I think those spikes are starting to go down from the holidays naturally, because everybody's kind of getting hit close to home with it and kind of buckling down a little bit.
Yeah. And I've been seeing a lot of talk about double masking. What do we have to double? I mean, if somebody was an anti-masker, are they going to double mask?
I mean, like the whole technology behind the N95s and the surgical mask are that there's layers, but there's also a static charge. So like when you're talking about just a cloth mask that doesn't have that technology, yeah, the more the better. Because like just a plain bandana, that's kind of thin. Like you can kind of see through it.
Like this is what I do. I've got the bandana. I double it up, and then I fold it over, and then I've got it like that, and then I've got it like so. So I'm actually talking through 2, 4, 6 layers.
Yeah, you're good.
Now I personally have a cloth mask with a little pocket sewn into it that I can slide an N95 filter, a flat N95 filter into.
Yeah, that's great too. Yeah, I have a molded N95 that I do around, then I do a bandana around all that. But it doesn't have a valve in it either. So yeah,
and
that's what I work with.
you do the bandana for vanity, right? I mean, because I mean,
yeah, because it was kind of shitty with this kind of like, you know, stormtrooper thing and a beard just looking shitty out of there. So
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I do the bandana, you know, because it protects my beard. You know, I know that I'm covered. And then sometimes I put a little metal thing in here. It's not all about me. Look,
now
let me just real quick, 512-337-2876. If you've got questions for Dr. Beard, please call in. He's here to answer. You'll answer questions about women's genitalia as well, right?
Yeah. I got it on lock.
Okay.
Now let's talk about your beard for a second, because not often that you see a doctor with such a phenomenal beard, and it is a phenomenal beard, by the way.
Well, thank
now,
you.
In your profession, it's quite uncommon, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, I would say. I think Austin's kind of a special bubble, though. Like people aren't as like jarred by it, you know. But like oddly enough, back in Alabama, everybody are like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" You know, it's like, this is Alabama. Like
you wouldn't see a doctor in Alabama shorn the way you're shorn.
No, they're like super conservative. Yeah.
And where in Alabama are you from?
Right above Mobile, small town called Grove Hill, about 80 miles north of Mobile. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, though. But yeah.
Okay, so you know all about the history of Mobile, the first Mardi Gras.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, you gotta bring this up all the time, don't you?
Every time. I'm telling you, you're upset because you think that New Orleans is the home of Mardi Gras, but it was Mobile.
That's not even
Alabama.
real Mardi Gras, bro. What happened in Mobile that first time is not real Mardi Gras. That's fake as fuck Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras has nothing to do with parades and fucking all this bullshit that normal people think.
Okay, all right. Well,
Flies detected.
Settle down there, soldier. So or sailor. Look, what is it about the French influence on Mobile that is so, it's such a pretty town, and like growing up there, it's real different, but how do you live here now and then go back home and deal with
Well, that's the thing. It's kind of hard. Like I don't go back much, honestly. Like it was cool to grow up there because it was like small town life, you know. Like I graduated with 95 people, still in contact with more of them than I am from med school, but there's just like nothing to do there. Like no movie theaters, nothing like that. And like, I mean, there's very few like people that are like open-minded and read and traveled there. And so it's just, I don't know, it's weird. Like I love my family, don't get me wrong. I talk to my parents every week, you know, and they're like, when are you coming back? And I'm like, well, can't you just come here? We'll have more fun. Like, come on. But yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I mean, I had to get out. I knew from a young age I was going somewhere. And Austin just kind of, you know, it's got a little bit of everything I like, you know. It's a little weird, it's a little hippy dippy. Still Southern, you know, when I got here, it's still a small time feel, but there's just a lot of ley lines that intersect here of a lot of, you know, cool, weird people.
How the fuck did you hop right over New Orleans and came to Austin?
Oh God, I could never live in New Orleans. No, I went to New Orleans so much. We'd go over there because I mean it's just a quick drive, you know, Mobile, Slidell, New Orleans, and you know you could drink earlier over there, but it's like no, that place would destroy me. I love New Orleans. So I go there probably about 4 times a year.
I tried it for a little while, man, and it took less than a year to almost destroy me. I had to go. Yeah, it's terrible. It's a terrible place to live. Wonderful place to visit.
Exactly. Love that city. But you were talking about the other strains of coronavirus. From what I read, a lot of whenever a virus mutates, it loses something. When you talk about viral fitness, that's like how fast a virus can replicate and then cause illness, and what tools does it have to make you sick. So when a virus mutates, it might be more contagious, but then it doesn't make you as sick usually, or it doesn't last as long usually. And so the mutations are not something to be totally scared of. I mean, we'll probably need a new shot in a couple of years or whatever. But the Moderna, I think that's the one I got because I read about it. It's supposed to cover a lot of the known variants we have now.
And the Moderna is still a 2-shot vaccine.
Right.
Now we've got Johnson & Johnson that's right around the corner.
Right.
That's a single dose. That's not quite as effective though, right? From what I'm understanding.
Yeah, but I think but the thing that I liked about the news coming from their trial was that nobody in the vaccine group, so they weren't in the placebo group, but nobody that was in the vaccine group went to the hospital.
Correct. I mean, that's the big deal about it. I mean, you know, when you get your vaccine, you'll still have to do all the things, and even when everybody else gets their vaccine, you'll still have to do all the things, but it's like you won't die. So that's what we're looking at.
That's what we want. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to keep people out of the hospital so that we can have normal. And then
really, I have no problem if we have to wear masks for the rest of our lives, for the rest of the known course of this fucking shithole planet, because we don't need to be breathing our fucking stank breath on people.
I mean, it helps with a lot of things. Yeah,
man. Especially people I don't know. I'm always somewhere, and there are people, and they breathe, and it gets on me, and I don't need that. Let's just keep masks. That's I'm down with that.
Doc, do we have to wear masks for the rest of our lives, or do you see a year from now where maybe we stop wearing masks?
I think there's going to have to be a major breakthrough in the understanding of this virus because, I mean, it's in the group with the common cold and nobody's been able to, you know, cure the common cold. So it's going to be a breakthrough for that to happen, just like we had with HIV where it was like, oh, shit, this virus can make DNA out of RNA, and we've never seen that happen. We're going to have a breakthrough in the understanding before we can do something like that. But I feel like we'll be wearing masks for a while. But I feel like the bonus is we don't have to be as anal about like, okay, what have you been doing for the past 2 weeks? Who's in your bubble? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You know, we'll just wear the mask, we'll wash our hands, and we won't, you know, be in fear for our lives, you know.
It's a great question. Exactly. Have you ever thought about trimming your beard with a Flowbee?
I don't think they make an attachment that long.
I mean, I obsess over that because I'm like, I want to see a graph of the length of all my hairs and I want them to be the same. And a Flowbee would do that. So I don't know.
Yeah, you can probably make a guard with a ruler on it so that you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that'd be great.
Because I like fully spiral when I'm trimming my beard. I'm like,
thank you for that idea, Chapman.
Okay. I'm like one hair at a time.
Yeah, I'm Snidely. I have no problem with
Canada, man. People are polite there. They do shit like that anyway. People, this is America, motherfucker. We're not polite.
Well, I mean, but I like being socially distant. I don't like touching. I never liked like somebody be like, "Hey man, do you mind if I take a bite of your sandwich?" Who the hell are you? No. Don't take a bite of my sandwich. Don't take a drink of my drink. Who are you? Are you an animal? Like and kids.
You have offered me bites of your food and
No.
drinks of your drink. Yes, you have.
Okay, maybe if I had boneless chicken wings and then I knew that I had sequestered one to the other side of the plate,
take
your grimy hands.
Take a half of this pretzel. I can't eat this whole pretzel.
Okay, yeah, see, that's half of a pretzel. That's different than, hey, can I have a bite of your hoagie?
Hands all over it before you even gave it to me.
Look,
handed it to me with your bare fingers.
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody. Hold on, I just want to remind everybody. Poop Knife Trivia is coming up, so make sure you go to crowd.live and enter the code Zweez, and
I think it's pronounced Wez.
I think it's gonna be Poop Knife themed. You probably should stick around for the trivia, Doc.
I think it's probably poop and knives.
You might win your own poop knife. So are you telling me? Is there nobody out there with a medical question? Good to see you, Nick.
Hi, everybody.
Nope. Somebody call in, please. Snidely, ask us a question about your butt or something. Somebody call in. You can touch.
Oh yeah, I hate that. Or especially like when I'm in a bar or something, or like a rave or something, and then they're coming out of the porta potty and they're like, "Oh my god, can I touch your beard?" And you're like, "No." Like, you just got through wiping your ass. Are you crazy?
God, no. Get away.
So there was a study a long time ago where they had this this house that was in a construction area. It was like a model home, and they put toothbrushes all around the walls, right? And then in the bathroom, like every 2 inches, they put a toothbrush. And then in the kitchen, and they took one out of a hermetically sealed little container, put it under one of those like cake pans, and left it there. And they had all the construction workers use the bathroom for a week to see if flushing would spread fecal matter. And you know what? They found fecal matter on every single toothbrush, even the one under. Is it true? Is fecal matter everywhere, Doc?
Yeah. It's pretty much like the SNL skit with the black light. You should kind of like close your toilet when you flush it too. I mean, because it's like aerosolizing.
I hear you should keep it closed at all times if you're not using it. Is
correct.
Now, being that I live in a house full of women, I never put the toilet seat down. I leave it up constantly on purpose just to make them angry. So I'm a terrible person, and I know it.
You are terrible. Why would you do that? That's psychological torture.
I know. My daughter will walk into the bathroom and be like, "Dad,
have you ever sat down on an unseated toilet? There's nothing grosser. I mean, like I would hop in the shower. Yeah. Oh my god, I might shave my ass.
I sat on a toilet with the seat up one night, just waking up in the middle of the night, and just sat there and shit for like 20 minutes. Didn't even bother me.
Did you not know? Or
yeah,
you just were like,
I didn't care.
I guess I've got low T. I don't have the energy to stand up. And
he just watched Rogue One.
I may have, because I do not remember that night.
Oh,
I woke up the next morning. My wife asked me how the movie was, and I was like,
"What is it?"
It was a work thing. It was her work.
So,
and, like, I didn't remember seeing any of the people that were sitting there in the same row with me. Like nothing. I remember nothing.
So
Hi,
one thing
John.
I wanted to ask you about, Doc. Let's get off of his whatever he's talking about. Being high after his colonoscopy in Rogue One. I want to. Oh, we got a caller, John.
no,
What's
it was
going
Force
on?
Awakens. It was Force Awakens.
You're on with Dr. Beard. What you got going on?
What's up, guys?
Hi, John.
Is this Chapman? Oh, he's listening to himself.
Yeah. So, are you?
I think
Sorry,
someone's higher than I am.
So, I'm one of the English Muffin Divers. I play the guitar, and I dig it, and that's what the deal is.
Yeah.
All right,
I get it, man. I get it.
There's not a medical question in there, is there?
There's not a medical question there at all. What I'm trying to say is that me and the English Muffin Divers love to lay it down in your town.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is.
You're an hour early. They're going to be on in 30 minutes.
Okay, well, cool.
Call back, John.
Or you want to just hang out?
Yeah, that's all cool, bro.
John's drunk. I love you, John. Thanks for tuning in, brother.
That's healthy.
Listen,
hey, you know what? Y'all look like cool dudes that I like to hang out with. I may be a bit older than y'all, but it's all good. I'm telling you what.
Age is just a number, man.
Listen, anytime an older man has said it's totally cool if we hang out, even though I'm older than you, it's never gone well.
Well, I'll tell you what,
What side of the conversation you're on?
You don't want to know what I have to say, but that's all good. Hey, it's all good, bro.
John, we'll talk to you in a little bit. Call in when the guys are on the show.
I will do that.
All right. Now, Doc, I use that Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. All right. I love that stuff. And it used to have like crazy writings about, philosophy and stuff. But they've recently kind of and I don't want to say crazy because that's a trigger word. But it was a lot of philosophical stuff about the earth and how it's a vessel and it's a satellite and we need to feed it, and all that stuff. And I believed all of it. And it was great poop reading material, which probably contributed to my hemorrhoid. The point of my question is this: they've changed their talking points, if you've noticed, and they're doing a lot of psychedelic research therapy. They're raising money for psychedelics and for like mushrooms and ketamine treatments for depression. I have seen some of these reports of people, that have been like chronically depressed, and then they have one ketamine treatment and they are cured. Is this true? And have you seen this? And that was kind of what I was talking about with like the Western versus Eastern. Are we seeing some progress?
Yeah, no, I think I've read some papers about that, and anecdotally, I've had clients that went to the local ketamine clinic here, and they had treatment-resistant depression. They'd tried 4 different SSRIs, therapy the whole time, and they're good people, and they were just at their wits' end. They're like, I don't know what to do, and one guy first was just like, do you think I should do that? And I'm like, oh, let me read about it first. And then I read a couple of papers, and the studies were small, but they were very controlled about it and very safe about it. And I was like, yeah, it turns out there's a clinic here in town. I don't see anything wrong with that. And he had a great response. He would go more frequently at first, and then he would just do maintenance doses where they would do an infusion, and you can choose whatever media you want to listen to or watch. And it really turned him around. Like, honestly,
I mean, like, is this somebody that you could like, and I'm not trying to ask too much here, but
Jimmy,
I'm sure that you have had somebody in front of you that you've had thoughts like, wow, this person is really deep into it, in their depression, and maybe you've lost them. But is this somebody that maybe you could have seen going that way, and they made a major correction to their course?
This guy, I actually, knew him before he became a client of mine too. A very fun-loving guy. He's one of those people that kind of hid it a lot, his depression. But then when he's coming and breaking it down with me about what he's, experienced and stuff, and what he's tried for it, I'm like, okay, wow, like you hid that really well. Like I never would have known that. And he's like, yeah, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, geez, dude. I mean, nice guy. I mean, like, when we say crazy, obviously that's like schizophrenia, like institutionalization. But, I see a lot of people with depression, and the drugs don't always work. And it's frustrating to wait a month to let a drug sink in. So I think it's great that there's a therapy like ketamine that can, activate certain parts of your brain that basically takes you out of your situation, and you look at your problems and you're like, oh shit, it's not that bad. It's like a vacation. And then you come back and you don't have this huge hangover, and you're not, crazy. So I'm for it. And it's sad that they made the nose spray in the suppositories illegal this year. They can no longer prescribe those. You have to go to a clinic to get an infusion now. And to have a clinic, you have to have a special certification. You have to go through an extra stuff. So like, I can't do ketamine at my
clinic. I mean, look, let's be honest. There's been a couple bad apples that have maybe ruined it a little bit with the opioids. It's like anytime a buddy of mine went to the damn dentist to have a tooth pulled, I'd be like, listen, dude, they're gonna give you the pills, throw them away. Just do the Tylenol 300, and take a couple extra shots, but just do it without the pills. I had a moment where I was prescribed 3 pills a day of Vicodin. I was taking half a pill in the morning, half a pill at night. I did it for 5 days. I was on probation at the time, and then I went to go pee in a cup, and they almost threw me in jail for doing heroin. And I was like,
jeez,
holy shit, no, they just gave me a prescription for this pill. Oh my God, it's Vicodin. That's
Jimmy,
opiate.
let me interrupt.
I know we're running late. We're running late.
I may be able to swing us a special guest that works at a ketamine clinic on the show later on in the show. So
okay, all right, let's talk
about some of your questions.
That's something that you would write down on a notepad to tell me after the show.
Well,
anyway, now I don't remember what the hell I'm talking about. The point is this: I almost went to jail for peeing positive for opioids, and then I stopped taking them that day. It had only been 5 or 6 days that I'd been taking half a pill. I was so sick the next day. So sick, like vomiting, stomach cramps. I had the shakes. I had a fever, and I thought I had the flu. Like, I had no idea. And then 2 days later, I was like, wait a minute. That was fucking withdrawals from half a pill morning and night, 5 days.
Yeah.
And then Austin was on ketamine. I mean, I'm telling you, these guys have just been throwing it out like candy. And I know you probably are a caring doctor and you haven't done it, but I mean, you feel people's pain, but how different is the prescription of opioids these days? I guess is what
I mean. The pharmacies have a handle on that. They won't let me prescribe more than a week at a time without doing a prior auth. But then, like, say you do a week and you say you take 3 pills a day, that's still a lot of pills.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so it just takes a little extra responsibility on my part to be able to say, like, and I don't do it a lot, but I just say, like, this is what I expect you to do with this pill. You can take a couple more early on, but then you need to go down on the 3rd day. You need to go down, down, down. If you ask me for a refill and a week later, we got to talk, because there's like an expectation you have to set up. Yeah, because when they're asking for it early, you're like, okay, wait a minute.
I knew some doctors like that, man, where you'd see the same cats in their waiting room every Tuesday when I went.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy for the guys to just go boom, 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 boom. It's harder to take a few extra minutes and go, hey, this is going to fuck you up if you use it wrong, and this is what I expect out of you. And so, yeah, not enough people take that time.
Well, listen, I can't thank you enough. 2 weeks in a row we've had you on the show, and look, I want you to be our doctor. Okay, if anybody else asks to have you on here, and they offer you money, let me know, and I will get $1 more and outbid them.
I'll come back anytime.
But
honestly,
I mean,
it's been great.
I like the way that you talk about medicine. It's very matter of fact, and then it's disarming. You know, I feel like I can talk about anything. I mean, shoot, man, we're friends, and I know. I mean, you hate it when people are like, "Hey, man, will you look at this at a party?" And I'm sure. Well, like, what's the weirdest thing that somebody's asked you to look at a party?
I mean, one of my best friends that like I met down the street before I moved into this house, like I knew her roommate, and I walked in the first time I saw her, she was like, "Look at my fucking tit." And I was like, okay. And like, we're like best friends now. I'm her mom's doctor. Like she lives down the street. We hang out all the time, but it's kind of like this thing, like I wouldn't not do it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's my role in life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, if I barely know somebody at all and they're coming up to me, I'm like, yeah, why don't you just make an appointment?
Yeah.
You know, for people that I know and that are in my life, I can't not do it.
Right.
I'm not mad at it.
Well, I've never asked you to look at anything.
Actually.
I've never asked you to look at anything, but I will the next time I see you for sure. You're going to be looking at something.
The next in-person experience, I'll definitely ask you to look at something. I'll slice myself open and have you if I can't find anything else for you to look at.
Oh my goodness. Well, Dr. Beard, are you going to stick around for Kyle? Do you want Dr. Beard to stick around for trivia? Does Nick want?
We should all stick around for trivia, but Jimmy, you got to go smoke a cigarette.
Well, I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. So if you don't mind sticking around, Dr. Beard, we're going to do the trivia.
Yeah, it's all about poop knives. It's
I
poop.
gotta jump out for a second. I gotta jump out for a second. I'll jump back in a minute, Nick.
Okay, Kyle. All right, it's time for trivia with Nick the Trivia Guy. No, Nick Trivia Guy, not
Nick Trivia Guy, Quizmaster Nick. You can call me whatever you want. I don't care.
Quizmaster
Nick tonight.
All right, get this
I'm
going.
honestly gonna put a pizza in the oven and then go watch Drag Race.
Nice. You should watch Rat Race. Much better on ketamine.
Whoa.
Never mind. Because we're talking about something else.
Thanks, Dr.
guys.
Beard. We'll see you next time.
Dr. Beard.
See you soon.
All right, if you're gonna join the trivia tonight, get the fuck out of here, Jimmy.
I'm hopping on my phone. I'm going for a smoke break. Thanks, Nick.
Go to crowd.live. It's not crowd.com, it's crowd.live. And
definitely not crowd.live.com, because otherwise that's going to send you to some like Yahoo live.com stuff.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Live. Crowd.live is all you need. Don't put anything after that. Crowd.live and enter tonight's room code. Tonight's room code is ZWEZZ. You can see it at the bottom of your screen there. ZWEZZ. I'm going to go ahead and pop it up on my screen as well. We got one round of trivia. I'm only doing one round, and it is all about poop knives. Poop knives. Poop knife. Poop knife trivia.
Yeah, that's right. Just let everybody know the winner of tonight. Just contact us at The Least We Could Do, and we will send you your very own poop knife. It is a knife that you can use to slice through those thick ones, if you know what I am saying. I don't, because I don't shit that thick. So there is that.
Kyle doesn't poop.
Yeah.
All
right. Nick, take it away.
All right, so if you want to play some poop knife trivia, all you got to do is just go to crowd.live. You can see it at the bottom of your screen there, crowd.live, and enter the room code ZWEZZ. Crowd.live, ZWEZZ. And the winner of tonight's trivia, I'm just doing one round of trivia only, 10 questions, all about poop and knives. And whoever gets the highest score is going to win their very own poop knife, because yes, it is a real thing. So I'll give you just a second or two to get logged in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and get started with our first round and only round of Poop Night Trivia. Once again, my name is Nick. You can find me at facebook.com/Brain Party. Brain Party is the name of my trivia dealios. Facebook.com/Brain Party. You can find me on there. You can also find me twitch.com/Brain Party Games. I do trivia pretty much every Monday through Thursday. Every once in a while, I'll throw in some weekend stuff on there. But every Monday night is always general knowledge trivia. This coming Tuesday, I forget what I got on Tuesday. It doesn't matter. But Monday's always general knowledge. Tuesday through Thursday is always theme night. I'm excited about Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, I got a Cobra Kai trivia. I got a lot of Office, 30 Rock, Parks and Rec trivia is coming up. Once again, if you want to play along, just go to facebook.com/Brain Party. Search for Brain Party on Facebook or Brain Party Games on Twitch, and you can find that. All right, here we go. First round of trivia is about to get started. All questions about poops and knives. You got to enter in the answer and hit submit. There are no multiple choice here. Here's question number one. Question number one. In a season 3 episode of what television show did the character Charlie get a horse named Peter Nincompoop? Peter Nincompoop was the horse's name. What television show was that, though? You got to type in your answer, and I will say it is the fastest finger quiz. What that means, the quicker you answer, the more points you will get. You're going to have 1 minute for each question. If you hit the correct answer right at the 1 minute mark, and guess what? You're going to get 100 points. But as those seconds tick-tock away, which you can see in the top left of your screen, guess what? Those points on the top right of your screen are going to be shaved down as well. So the quicker you answer, the more points you will get. 60 seconds for each question. Or actually, I lied. Since this is just a guest thing, I'm not doing my normal 60 seconds. No, I'm just doing 45 seconds per question. Question number one, that was It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Charlie had the horse named Peter Nincompoop. How many people we got? We got 5 teams playing. 3 y'all got that one right. Let's see how you do. Question 2. Number 2, what Texas hero and his knife became famous when he used it in an 1827 duel that he was seconding that went wrong? Once again, question number 2. Tell me the name of this Texas hero. What Texas hero and his knife became famous when he used it in an 1827 duel that he was seconding and might have went a little wrong? That's question number 2. You only got 45 seconds per question on this one. Looks like we got 5 teams playing, but you can join in at any time by going to crowd.live and entering the room code ZWEZZ. I recommend playing it on your phone, but you can also, pull out that tablet, open up another browser tab, whatever you got to do. The correct answer. Most of y'all are Texans, I think, so you should know that is Jim Bowie. David Bowie. Dude, if you just put down Bowie, I would have countered it correct, but you had to put the David in there, which I'm sorry. I can't count that one. Jim Bowie is the correct answer. Here we go. Question number 3, all about poops and knives. Question 3, coprolitis, or fossilized poop, provide info about ancient life, like roundworms or other types of what? Question number 3, coprolitis, also known as fossilized poop, provide info about ancient life, like roundworms and other types of what? That is question number 3 for our poop knife round. One of my favorite, maybe my favorite topics for a trivia night ever. Roundworms are not a type of poop. But yeah, I guess I don't think anybody got this one right. Let's let me check these scores here real quick. Okay, all right. So we got a good amount of teams playing now. We're up to 6 teams. I was looking for parasites. Parasites is what I needed. And only 1 out of the 6 teams playing right now got that one right. But that's all right. We got plenty of quiz left to go. Here's question 4. Number 4, who released the #1 hit titled Mac the Knife in the year 1959. 1959 was the year. What was the name of the artist that released the #1 single Mac the Knife. Many have covered it, and this dude or person or group or whatever was not the originator, but who released the #1 hit Mac the Knife in 1959? Who did it in 1959? That is your question number 4. Once again, my name is Nick. You can find me doing trivia all the time, pretty much every night of the week. I got nothing else to do. I just hang out at my house and ask trivia questions. So yeah, you can find me at facebook.com/brainparty or twitch.com/brainpartygames. What is the answer on this one? 1959, Mac the Knife, the correct answer. That was Bobby Darin. Bobby Darin, 2 of y'all got that one right. Halfway through our Poop Knife trivia, here's question 5. Number 5, in what 2010 film remake would you hear the line, "I'm a foolish old man who's been drawn into a wild goose chase by a harpy in trousers and a nincompoop"? That is question number 5. Tell me, in what 2010 film remake would you hear the line, "I'm a foolish old man who's been drawn into a wild goose chase by a harpy in trousers and a nincompoop"? That is question number 5. We are now halfway through our only round of Poop Knife trivia. All right, I got my schedule pulled up, so I'm gonna promote a little bit real quick. So like I said, every Monday night you can find me doing general knowledge trivia. This Tuesday is actually Saved by the Bell trivia. I'm excited about that. And Wednesday's Cobra Kai, and then on Thursday, February 4th, is Gossip Girl trivia night. So join me for those if you can. Question number 5, though, the correct answer is True Grit. True Grit. 50% of y'all got that one. Here's number 6. Question 6 on Poop Knife trivia. A push cut helps when carving intricate shapes in what activity whose name comes from the Middle English for the word knife? Once again, question number 6. A push cut helps when carving intricate shapes in what activity whose name comes from the Middle English for the word knife? That is our 6th question of the night. Looks like we got 6 teams playing. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm glad I could join y'all, and I'm glad I could give these wonderful folks a chance to have a smoke break while we do our trivia thing. I'm just doing one round all about poop knives, and this apparently is a pretty tricky question for you. I'm a little upset, not upset, disappointed. That's even worse. No, a push cut helps when carving intricate shapes in what activity that comes from Middle English for the word knife? What would you call the activity of using a knife to make intricate shapes? I don't think anybody got this one. Whittling. Whittling is the correct answer. I don't think anybody got that one, did they? No, nobody got that. All right. Let's do question number 7. I got 10 questions here. Question number 7. Rachel Dratch's most famous SNL character was what alliterative party pooper? All the questions are going to, in some way or another, incorporate poop or knives. What was the name of this party pooper? Question number 7. Rachel Dratch's most famous SNL character was what alliterative party pooper? For question number 7. And what was I supposed to say? Well, you had Dr. Beard on there. You guys were talking about ketamine therapy, and my sweetie, we'll call her, as actually she sells ketamine. No, she works at a ketamine clinic here in Austin. So if you were interested in trying out a ketamine trial, she wanted me to tell you to check out Roots Behavioral Health. Roots Behavioral Health is the name of the ketamine clinic in Austin that she works for. Anyway, question number 7. What was the name of that SNL character? It is Debbie Downer. Everybody knew that one. Let's move on to question number 8. Number 8, a knife fight in an observatory, a cliffside drag race, and a shooting at an observatory were all scenes from what 1955 film classic? Once again, question number 8, a knife fight at an observatory, a cliff side drag race, and a shooting at an observatory were all scenes from what 1955 film classic? Lots of observatory scenes there. Only one team. Okay, we got 2 teams that have submitted answers so far. 50% are right. So let's see how y'all do. Remember, it's poop knife trivia tonight. 10 questions about poops and about knives. You guys did pretty well on this one. What was the that film that I was talking about? 1955 film classic was Rebel Without a Cause. 2 teams got that one. Here's number 9. Question number 9. What South American lake drains into the smaller Lake Pupo in Bolivia? This sounds like something that I made up. I promise you I did not. These are actual facts. What South American lake drains into the smaller Lake Pupa in Bolivia? This is actually when I was researching tonight's quiz. I think this is the first time I've been doing trivia for probably 13 years now. This is the first time I've done a round all about poop. I don't know how it's taken me this long to do it, but yeah, when I was researching this question, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was fake. I was like, this can't be right, but no, it is true. What South American lake drains into the smaller Lake Pupa in Bolivia? It is Lake Titicaca. South America knows how to party. That's all I know. Lake Titicaca. I think everybody knew that one. Here's question number 10. This is going to be our 10th and a final question of the night. This is going to be the deciding factor. Who is going to win that wonderful poop knife? Here's question number 10. Number 10. By request of director Roman Polanski, what function was disabled on the DVD of the film Knife in the Water? Once again, question number 10. Our final question for our poop knife trivia tonight. By request of director Roman Polanski, what function was disabled on the DVD of the film Knife in the Water? Thank you again for coming out and hanging out with me during this wonderful episode of The Least We Could Do. I'm so happy to be a little guest host here doing some trivia stuff for you. So question number 10, by request of the director, Roman Polanski, what function was disabled from the DVD of the film Knife in the Water? The correct answer on that one. Fast forward. He didn't want everybody to fast forward on that one.
Who's our winner?
All right, that's all I got. That's all I got for our round. Let's see
who's winning. Nick, great questions. Amazing questions. The fact that you got Titicaca in on this episode, thank you. Thank you, man.
Yeah. And Lake Titicaca drains into Lake Pupa. Who the hell would
that? 100% of the people knew Lake Titicaca.
How excited were you? Because you like looked up poop lakes, like lakes named after poop, and found Lake Pupa, and then just like looked on the map and found Titicaca, and so you got a twofer.
It was amazing, yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, like researching the questions was fine, but like the that graphic at the top where it says Poop Night Trivia, when I had to Google poop headers to try to find a graphic, that was not a fun time for me. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, so give us a drum roll, Dwayne. Dwayne, give us a drum roll.
Let's see who our winners are.
Just play some songs.
That's all I got. Is it?
Well, hit it. Okay,
Who's our fucking winner?
All right, here are our winners. In first place, Mike Oxhard is in first place, getting 7 out of 10 correctly. Jimmy Preston in second. Amandar is in third. Big D in fourth. Dylan P fifth, and Kyle B sitting in sixth.
Sorry,
Mike Oxhard.
I had to produce.
Mike Oxhard is our big winner of the evening.
So listen, Mike Oxhard. Hold on. Let me give Mike some instructions. Mike, I need you to slide into our email. You need to send us a message at the.least.we dot
could
dot
do
show
dot
dot show. No,
show
at gmail
at gmail.com. Right. Right.
Kyle will put it up on the bottom. Nick,
Hey,
thank
can
you
we
so
get
much.
a Guinness World Record for the email with the most dots in it.
Yeah, maybe.
There's our email address, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Oxard, if you could please email us and give us your information.
Or just send us a message. Send us a message on Facebook.
Mike, you know a lot about poop. You know a lot about knives.
Mike Oxard was the winner.
Mike Oxard.
So Nick, we'll have this. We'll do this again.
Oh,
we'll do
look
this
at
again.
that!
This
See,
is
John
awesome.
Chapman's in the witness protection program.
I got nothing. I got no place else to go. So yeah, you just let me know.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Nick, the trivia guy. Give him your money.
Everybody.
Go and play trivia with him all the rest of your life. That while you're stuck in home, because we're going to be here for a while. So go and see Nick.
I don't want no money, but please follow me, facebook.com/brain party. I do trivia nights every Monday through Thursday. So
And
Brain
if you
party.
have disposable money, give him some. People.
Give him some money.
Give him some of your disposable.
I'm going to give you some of my game stonk. Once I
$2. Buy him a coffee.
Once I cash out, I'm going to give you.
We'll do that. I don't want any money tonight. I just want them to come to my future trivia nights, and then I will pressure them for money.
And you know what? I'm going to give you. I'm going to give
or
you
ketamine, whatever they have.
5. You get 5 of the Dodge coins. I've got 5 Dodge coins. I'm going to give you.
Great.
That's worth like $400 right now, right?
I know. I think it's like less than 5 cents.
But Jimmy, did you have ketamine questions while we're here?
No, but we'll get your partner. That was all like ambiguous. I don't know if you want to claim her or not. Is it cool if I talk to her? But the way that
she's on her way over. She's on her way over, but I mean, she like sells ketamine for a living legally through this clinic. Like that's her job, is to sign people up for these trials. So when she gets here, if you guys are still on, I might
on the least you could do.
Tell her that she's doing the Lord's work, and so are you with the trivia. Thank you, man. And I look forward to jumping on for some of the other trivia nights this week. I'm gonna come and see you. Okay.
Cobra Kai trivia sounds like the shit.
Oh, I'm stoked at Cobra Kai trivia. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. Cobra spelled with a C. But
Nick,
love you guys.
Nick, the trivia guy, Facebook.com, Brain Party. Go there. Follow Nick. All right, now we've got
Kyle. Cobra spelled with a C.
We've got our other dudes sitting here waiting in the waiting room. Let's Bye,
Nick.
Let's do an intro, Jimmy. How about we do an intro? How about you do an intro?
Okay, so look, our next guests are here. They've been waiting for a little bit. We went a little long on the trivia, but it's awesome. Congratulations to Mike Walters. Which I think is John Chapman. I don't know why he used an alias.
Mike
Oxard. He's in our chat as John Chapman, but he played as Mike Oxard. Okay, cool. We get it. You get it. He anonymous.
Don't hate on people for having aliases, bro.
Okay,
it's cool.
It's fine. But you know who doesn't need aliases?
Big Jim.
These guys. These next guests that we have. The English Muffin Divers. Can we get
not the
Pedro and Kate? What do I call y'all? Do y'all have like stage names? You got stage names or something that I'm supposed to call you?
Yeah, it's Wayne's World. It's Kenny's stage name.
Wayne's World. And then what about you?
Heat the Heat on the bass.
Heat the Heat.
Name carries over.
All right. Heat the Heat and Kenny Wayne of the English Muffin Divers. Now, I fell in love with y'all so long ago. You've been jamming for a long time, and then finally you got an album out. I mean, people have been asking for it for years. Nice Hits has hit. It's on all digital platforms, from what I understand. Is that right, Pete?
That's right, man. And thank you for having us on the show, Jimmy. I really like your show, and it's a quality production. You guys
I saw the doctor piece there. Forgive our guitar player that called in. He was a little smashed.
It's all right. He's a guitar player, man. He's supposed to be a little bit smashed.
Is he upset that he wasn't invited for the video appearance?
Nah, he's all good.
Yeah,
He's
Kenny
all
and I
good.
are
He's
really
in
the brains
Houston,
of the operation.
even though this is
You guys
Now-
are the cream of the band.
We're the brains of the operation.
Yeah, gotcha.
Now, Pete, you've got ties to England. What do we call it? The motherlands, you know? And so are you the reason why the band is called the English Muffin Divers?
I think so. Yeah, I was the one that came up with the name, and really, obviously, it's a play on words. It doesn't really have too much to do with England, but you know that in England they don't really even have English muffins.
What? But do
don't
they have
English
nooks?
muffins in England?
Do they have nooks and crannies?
In the crumpets only.
Crumpets.
Okay.
With their tea, right? Tea and crumpets.
Yeah,
What is
tea
a
and
crumpet, actually?
Crumpets it's kind of like a doughy English muffin, but I think an English muffin is a crude American interpretation of a crumpet.
So they have English muffins. They just don't fucking call them English muffins.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Kind of like they don't call Brazil nuts in Brazil. They're just fucking nuts.
Fair enough. Yeah, just like they don't drink Fosters in Australia.
Exactly.
Well, okay, but listen, I grew up drinking Coors Light. And then when I went to Colorado and I ordered Coors Light, people laughed at me. But I mean, is that nice? Like, are we allowed? Don't we live in a free country where I can enjoy whatever I want to enjoy?
Yeah, well, it's all about association. And, just because they didn't drink Coors where you were, I lived in Denver for 4 years, and, you go to Coors Field, and that's all you get when you watch a baseball game. And it's a real deal in Denver.
There you go.
Not to mention Golden.
Right? That's where the water comes from.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good old banquet beer.
So
Rocky Mountain spring water and high country barley, right?
that's right, man.
Yeah, that's all I need.
So I think the other day we were talking about what was the band that you brought up? Christoph and the Goliards, or right?
Yeah, I think that you guys were one of the
Rochelle.
last bands, the last live shows I saw was you guys and those wine-soaked Goliard cats. And that was like a fucking year ago.
What bar was that we were at?
Was that Liberty?
I think that was Dozen Street.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Those guys
yes,
from
good
where
old
are they from?
Dozen
Fort
Street.
Worth or something?
Yeah.
Well,
like
and they
those
came.
guys.
They also came in from Minnesota.
Oh, that's right. That's exactly right.
So yeah, Dwayne brought that up the other day, and I was like, "Holy mackerel!" That was when I last saw it. That was the last time I saw English Muffin Divers.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That was the first and last time that I saw English Muffin Divers. But the shitty part was I wanted to see him again, but I couldn't because COVID.
And look, I because of COVID is exactly leading into my next question, because I asked Pete if he could be on the show a couple weeks ago, and he was like, I don't know if we even are gonna have a band. Kenny's got the COVID. Kenny, what happened? How did you get it? Do you remember? Like, I've talked to a lot of people and they remember the moment. Like they picked up food to go, or somebody spit in their eye. Do you remember how you got it? And then how terrible was it? Do we need to get this vaccine?
It was fucking god awful.
Yeah.
Bloody Luke Dog. He was like the only sick person around that week. And then like 4 days later, I felt like I got hit by a freight train. And yeah, that shit's real, man. That shit is real. Like I was telling Pete that shit. I was like, dude, I hope you didn't get it, man. Because he was here like the day before.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's the sickest you've ever been or some shit?
Yeah, definitely, man.
So
Dude.
Pete, you were over there the day before. Now, I've been in this situation where I've gone to see a friend and I feel like it's rude if I mask up in front of my friend. Did you mask up? I mean,
as a matter of fact, I gave him a ride to Home Depot, and then I helped him install a water heater. And anyway,
I mean,
all right,
the day
installed
before I
the
felt
water
fine.
heater, but
It just like hit me like a ton of bricks, man.
like a day
Yeah,
later,
out of
he was
nowhere.
sick. And so I freaked out for a few days before I realized I probably wasn't going to get sick after about 4 or 5 days.
yeah,
Ate a lot
crazy.
of garlic and got good rest. I went into that pretty healthy, so I was glad I didn't get it. It really hit
Okay.
home though.
Did you get a lot of sunlight, Pete? A lot of vitamin D in your life?
A lot of vitamin D, man. Spend all the time outside.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, we got a caller. John, what's going on? You got a question for English Muffin Divers?
Shout out to my brothers, Kenny Wayne and Mr. Pete the Heat. You know, I tell you what, we've had a relationship for 10 years, and you know we love to throw down the. You know, we just like to throw down, and we've been through a lot with each other, and they're my bros. So that's all I got to say.
Are you super stoked that Kenny Wayne did not die from the vid?
Well, you know what? Kenny Wayne's like my little brother because I'm older than all these motherfuckers. I'll tell you what, Kenny Wayne's my bro, and we've been through a lot together, and Pete and I have been through a lot together, and you know these guys are my bros, and so I would do anything for them.
Are you like the token old guy in the band?
You know what? That's a stupid question, but I'll give you that. I'm not the token old guy because if I couldn't handle my shit, no one would want me in the band.
There you go.
So,
right?
You know,
John, what's your John?
I'm
John,
allowed to
can I?
play because I can, right? You know, that's how it is. I can play because I can, and the day that I can't, they'll fire me.
But listen, John, you know the England Muffin Divers Nice Hits album. It's out there, and anybody can tune in, you know, and get it from all the digital platforms. So my question is this: what song are they going to hear you jam out the most on? Like, what is the signature John English Muffin Diver song?
So that's a great question because you know we had a lot of guitar going on, and my guitar bros that I played with. So what is the tune? I think is it Pass the Butter? What's the tune that I?
My personal favorite is Tough and Easy.
Tough and Easy. That's the one. Thank you. I'm just so fucking drunk that I could not remember which tune it was. But it's
Anyway,
okay.
Just to
Tough
add,
and Easy.
John is one of the founding members of English Muffin Divers. That we all started in Houston, and shortly after Kenny and I started the band in Houston, we met John, who was friends through a mutual band member, and we started practicing in the space in Houston and played some gigs down there, and then that's where it all started, was down in the bowels of Houston.
Absolutely. So Tough and Easy was one of those tunes where as a guitar player you can't just spread the mustard. You got to play chord for chord, right? So you got to play guitar. You know, you got to play guitar over chord changes, and so that Tough and Easy was one of those things. So I love it for that reason.
Yeah, you got to be on top of your shit. Precise. You can't just slop over the top of it, right?
Right, because there are certain tunes where you can, you can slather some blues licks over or whatever, and you get away with that. But Tough and Easy was one of those tunes where I had to play it chord for chord, and you got to do it. You just can't. You can't do a sloppy blues licks over it because that shit doesn't work.
No, that was a good goddamn question. I think I should get a little credit for that. John.
Okay, you look good job. That's a good question.
Good question, man. You know, a sign of a quality talk show is good questions, man.
Well, look, I am normally the good question guy, but Dwayne is knocking it out of the park tonight. And John, listen, I can't thank you enough, buddy. If you weren't on the phone, I'd say stick around because we're gonna do a live recording of your new video of Pass the Butter coming up soon. And also
wait.
Okay, good. Well, look. So, and then we posted. I think Kyle put the. Kyle, did you put the link up to everybody? Did you do that? Where's Kyle? Oh, he's on the call, so he can't come on video wise.
Looks like it popped up. It's in the comments across all the platforms there.
Okay, John.
So if you guys want to click the link,
I'm going to let you go. We're gonna talk to you later. Well, I mean not later, but we're gonna have you on when you guys can play live as a band. I want all y'all to do that, and I can't. We're waiting for the video. You guys you've sunk a lot of money into it. Like your producer or manager has got you guys doing a lot of promotions, and you've got a big video coming up. I heard there's like a lot of explosions or something.
As a matter of fact, you're right. You know, I've been talking to the producer tonight, a guy named Craig Kearse. He's going to help us produce the video.
And which song are you going with first?
It's debatable. Pass the Butter's an easy script, but we'll see.
I mean, what if can I get a commitment from you? Kyle, let John go. Let John go because I want to be able to see you, Kyle. So look, if we nail it tonight, like if we do it, if we do the video perfect tonight, Pete, Kenny, if we nail it, can this be the video? Could this be
the preliminary video till we get something better for sure?
Oh my God. You're not willing to commit 100%? All right. So look, this is the thing though.
20%. 20% is good.
We're going to try and break the world record for the most people passing butter in the Pass the Butter video. Okay. So I need everybody to go to their pantry, get a butter stick. And then we're going to like Pete, I'm going to do a practice real quick. Okay. I'm going to pass this butter up to you. There you go. Pass it to Kenny.
Let's try that again.
Okay. Real quick, I'm gonna pass to Pete. I'm gonna start. Hey, everybody! I'm passing it to Pete. There you go. Pass it to Kenny. Pass it down to Dwayne. There you go, Dwayne. You got it. Pass it to me.
Here you go, Jimmy.
Oh,
you're going the wrong side, Jimmy.
I think they get the idea.
Okay, all right. That's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do the video. Steve, what's going on? You got a question for English Muffin Divers?
Pass me the butter.
Okay.
Here you go. Come in.
I'm a fan. I saw these guys back at the Grackle. They had a guy with a Kodak. Who's Michael Jackson up there in the top left?
That's Kenny Wayne. It's not Michael Jackson.
Is Phil the drummer? Is Phil the drummer? He's the guy in the middle. Is Phil?
That's Pete the Heat.
Oh, I'm fucked Pete.
Hey, let me
Pete.
let you in on a little secret here, guys.
Yeah,
Kenny is the grandson of Muammar Gaddafi.
I knew it.
Michael,
Listen,
Jackson.
You must hate Hillary Clinton.
Steve, you've seen these guys perform. You've seen their dance moves and their choreographed. I mean, like all their songs, there's choreography. What is it about English Muffin Divers that brings you back for more every time?
The piano player.
Yeah.
Keyboard space funk.
Well, listen, the piano player is. They say the piano player is the glue that keeps it all together.
Piano. I actually, fact about me. I tried out on a Craigslist ad, and they told me no.
Okay, listen, is this Wild Bill? We've got inside sources that say this is Wild Bill.
This is Steve. I'm a fan. I've been to several shows.
It's obviously Steve. I mean, the caller ID here says Steve. It must be Steve.
Did he hang up? Did Steve hang up? We found out.
I
Look,
think that guy
your
has a
wife,
crush on a piano player.
your wife outed you. She said that you stole her phone. All right. Is it true that there is a battle right now? Is there a war going on with English Muffin Divers and Wild Bill and the Lost Knobs? Do you guys have animosity against the Lost Knobs?
No, there's no animosity. In fact, there's a little bit of incest, but you know, I think
we're pretty
Bill was really hot for the piano slot there, and he didn't get it. So I think that's his beef.
All right. Well,
so there's no animosity at all.
No animosity.
Jimmy and I won't get caught in any kind of crossfire between rival.
Nah, we're good.
Okay. Well, look, guys, I love you so much, and I want you to stick around. Let's do memes, and then let's close out the show with our world premiere of the live recording of Pass the Butter. But we're gonna do memes first. Do you guys mind sticking around for memes?
No, we're gonna give you producer credits, by the way.
Oh yeah,
There
I already negotiated for that.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, let's do the meme. Oh wait, shit.
You're doing the memes.
I do the memes now. So hold on, guys. I wasn't ready for this. So now I gotta connect to StreamYard. Enter as
shit technologist banner.
Are you guys hearing that clipping, by the way? Or is that just me? Okay, Google Slide. Come on, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it for us. Okay. Memes. It's gonna take a while. My computer's slow.
Oh,
this is so sad. So sad. I tried to delete this one, but this is true. You know, everybody was giving Biden some crap about him having a Rolex. This is Trump's wrist. So supposedly he wears his watch so tight that it will make his hand swell so that he appears to have a bigger hand. I just, anyway. Maybe I've been following U.S. politics too long, but the tradition of Republicans handing Democrats a massively damaged country and immediately blaming them for it is so tedious and predictable and in bad faith that I just need to check out for a bit. Pete, what do you think about this?
Well, I think those guys really don't have a whole lot of control over what goes on. So that's all partisan politics. I mean, the president doesn't really have that much control over anything, I mean, big companies run the world, not the president.
Yeah, and Kenny Wayne, do you think that we're gonna see a change? Like, can we overturn Citizens United? Do you think that the game stonk situation is going to change things for the little guy?
I really don't. We're always getting hosed. I mean, middle America's running the country, dude. It's like
this whole GameStop thing just goes to show when you have
run the country. That's a good one, Kenny.
when you have people on both sides of the hate line that are agreeing with each other over the bullshit that's going on with these GameStop stocks, you know we're getting fucked from both sides.
Yeah, totally.
Isaac Newton died a virgin, and that's what you get for inventing calculus. Jesus wants to remind you that if you don't sin, he died for nothing. Are you Catholic, Kenny Wayne?
No.
You Baptist?
Nope.
You're a Muslim?
Born in Japan, man.
What
Buddha.
did you say?
So you're Buddhist?
Buddhist?
If I declare anything.
What about you, Pete? You
Born
an
in Japan.
atheist?
No, I'm pretty much an atheist, man. I kind of grew up in a non-religious household.
And then what about you, Dwayne?
I'm a Nordic pagan.
Okay. All right. That's not a thing. Okay. Me. Sorry, I can't hang later. I have plans. And then me. Have you guys connected with trees lately?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Please, still looking for the smart ass who painted a tunnel under a bridge. I hope this is real. This freaking Nissan drove into a bridge. They drove into a bridge. They even painted the Roadrunner next to the fake tunnel. Okay. You ever done this, guys?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
Not my thing.
You aren't always going to have a calculator in your pocket. Your teacher says you can't always have a calculator in your pocket. Lying ass teachers. Am I right, guys? Do you guys? How many times do you use a calculator on your stupid phone?
Rarely.
Go smudge yourself. Have you smudged yourself?
Math, huh?
Guy accidentally shoots himself in the face after bullet ricochets off an armadillo. Carmadillo. You're Buddhist. What do you think about that, Kenny?
Okay. Just had some bad karma there, bud.
This hit me hard today. The cheese I spilled in the bottom of my oven, watching me bake more stuff instead of cleaning it out. You guys clean your ovens? You ever done a self clean? Are you scared of the self clean? Is that actually a thing still?
The self clean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I self clean my oven all the time.
It's like a broil setting.
Yeah, it gets super fucking hot, bro.
This was me the other day.
You know what, though? Most people don't go in and sweep up the leftover shit. You know, they just figure it self-cleans. You got to get in there. You got to get in there. You got to take that burnt crap out of there, man. Or it's going to stink.
Part of waking up, Folgers in your butts.
I prefer filling it to the rim.
If I was a hedge fund losing billions to Reddit shit posters, I would get a second job driving for Uber, cut out the Starbucks, and skip the avocado toast. Am I right, Kenny Wayne?
That's pretty fucking good, man.
Right. Yeet the rich. I don't know what yeet means. In Ireland, there's a Dublin boys club that encourages men to share their real feelings, to explore healthy masculinity, and offers a safe place to be vulnerable. I've been thinking about this, like starting a scream club. Would you guys come? Like, I think we'd need to do it like in a COVID responsible environment, you know, like, but I think dudes just need to scream. You guys yelling?
I think you're right, Jimmy. I think that's a good idea, man. I'll join that club. We can do it in different parts of town every week under bridges where it echoes and stuff.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And maybe in a sweat hut.
Or some
just wear hearing protection, please, guys. If you're gonna do it under bridges.
Does this trigger you guys? Does this trigger you, Kenny? A group of goths is known as a misery. Did you guys know that? Wikipedia. This is a blunt. And it's gone too far. It has gone too far when you're making brontosaurus blunts.
No, man. Did you not see that face mask that is a joint?
Yeah, I saw that.
That thing's awesome.
Okay, that's it. We're done with the memes. Get that out of here. I don't know how to get that off the screen. Please, do I have to stop sharing the screen? Okay, you can do that for me. Thank you. All right, guys, it is time. The public has asked for it. Bill, do you want to be part of the video? Bill, do you want to be part of the video? This is your chance. Join us right now. And
the link is out there. All you guys got to do is have a stick of butter wrapped and hit that link.
Last call. Let's give everybody 30 to 45 seconds to join us. We're about to film the live version of Pass the Butter off of the new album, Nice Hits. Guys, I'm proud of you. How proud are y'all of y'all? You know?
We're really happy with the album, man. We're proud of it. It's rock and roll. It's actually our second production. The first one was produced by myself and Kenny Wayne, but this is a much more tight production. Just 10 years of the band, so we're really happy with it. We're proud.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Jeff did an outstanding job.
Yeah,
I tell you, I was listening to it in the shower this afternoon, and it was fucking great.
Thanks. It's some good guitar rock and roll, man.
Well, it's good stuff. Your lyrics are catchy. Dude, I've been singing Pass the Butter for years. And I'm so happy to have it on a freaking album now. And I jam it all the time on my way to work. It's like the perfect. I listen to Pass the Butter on the way to work, and then when I leave work, I hit repeat, and I listen to it on my way home. It's the perfect amount of time for me to get from work to home, and I recommend everybody get a Pass the Butter type of commute.
Man, we recorded this one for you, man.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
Whenever you told me years ago you love this song, so I was super happy to get it out, and I'm glad you like it.
Well, listen, I want everybody to follow English Muffin Divers on Facebook. They're on all the digital platforms. They got videos coming up soon, and then once we're able to safely do it, we're gonna be meeting up and having some shows, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have a Least We Could Do festival. I think we're gonna have a
All
giant comedy and music festival. Least We Could Do comedy and music festival.
Last call. We are about to film the live recording of Pass the Butter by English Muffin Divers. The link was shared. Kyle, share the link one more time. It's a StreamYard link. If you click on it, it asks for permission to use your camera. All I ask is that you have a stick of butter, and we're going to pass the butter between the screens. Like, Pete, here you go. See, he got it. Pass it to Kenny Wayne. Kenny Wayne froze up, but if he just holds the butter, then he'll be fine. All right. I think people are camera shy. I think they're camera shy. So look, we're just gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Passing it down.
It was a Jimmy idea. Why did you call in? Click the link. It's too late. If you join in the middle of the song, that's cool. But now we're gonna do it. Okay. All right. Stop the song. Stop the song. Let me talk.
Wait, which way are we passing the butter again?
I'm gonna start with the butter. Okay. And
You're starting with the butter?
I'm gonna start with the butter, and I'm gonna.
It just feels like a weird square to start in. Your square feels like a weird square to start.
Okay, who wants to start? Kenny Wayne, you want to start?
Yeah, I can pass to Pete.
Yeah, you pass to Pete. Kenny Wayne's gonna pass to Pete, and then Pete's gonna choose either you or me, whoever he likes better.
Okay.
You're wearing a shirt.
Okay, so here we go. So if anybody at home is recording this and they're gonna put it on YouTube, this is where we're doing the English Muffin Divers live Nice Hits album, Pass the Butter live music video on the Least We Could Do.
he tried to say, pass the butter, a 40 and slip a turd. And this is what she heard. Won't you shut up and pass the butter? I need a break. Give me some peace while I chew on this steak. She thinks his broken head. He lies on his bed, watching reruns of Captain Kangaroo. Won't you shut up and pass the butter? I need a break. Give me some peace while I chew on this steak. Shut up and pass the butter. Won't you shut up and pass the butter? Shut up and pass the butter to me. Shut up and pass the butter. Shut up and pass the butter. Shut up and pass the butter to me.
Are we doing this? We're eating the butter now.
Oh, I can't. No, there's no way.
My buddy Mike,
There's no
Mike
way.
Adams, and he makes like 6 figures, and he has a family that loves him. He used to eat sticks of butter. I just called it out on. Look, pass the butter. It's an emotional experience every time I hear it. Guys, for you, does it mean as much to you as it does for me? Oh, where's Pete?
It's on mute.
I think we
Butter
muted
is
Pete.
a very special thing. It means a lot to me, man.
I think you said a bunch of stuff before you said that it meant a lot to you. Was that any of that important, or was that the end part the most important?
End part was most important. Yeah, butter is a good thing. You got
Butter
to
is a good thing.
You got to share a good thing.
Life
can't-
would be a lot
Yeah,
less
that's
fun.
all over the place.
Kenny Wayne, I'm so thankful that you're still with us, dude. You made it through the COVID, and I get to see you guys again. Pete, continue to be safe. Stop going over to friends' houses that have cold symptoms, and help them with their water heaters. Okay,
Yeah, man. Let's get some tacos, man.
let's do it. I'll see you.
Taco Lent's coming.
I'll see you this week. Yeah, we're doing 40 days of tacos is coming up. Are you guys?
Yeah, man. Maybe Wednesday or something.
Dude, I'm in on that.
40 days of tacos. Be my taco disciples. English Muffin Divers, Kenny Wayne, Pete the Heat. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And I'm so sorry I didn't get Gregorio Casar. He was supposed to come on the show. Well, I had begged for him to come on the show, and I was gonna have you and him go at it, but I think I've bridged the divide. Are you and Greg good? Pete?
Yeah, we're good, man. I really appreciate who he is and what he does. Sometimes he's a bit of a political grandstander, but you got to do what you got to do. At least he's not.
Are you going to send him an English Muffin Divers album?
I think he's inspired a song. I think I'm going to write a new song about Greg.
Yeah, well,
let me know when you let me know. Let me know when it comes out. Kenny,
we'll world premiere it here.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
I love you. I love you guys. You guys be good, and thanks so much for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks for having us, man. I think it's a great show. I really appreciate the show. It's awesome. You guys
man,
rock.
good stuff.
I hope
Thanks,
the war
guys.
with Wild Bill and the Lost Knobs goes well. We'll see you guys. Oh my goodness, Dwayne, what
yes,
a
man.
show!
Jam
I'm
packed.
moving myself.
You weren't
moving
lying,
myself.
man. Jam packed.
jam-packed show, and thank you everybody for listening. If you were on the YouTubes, you were on the Twitch, you were on the Facebooks, I appreciate it. Please follow our YouTube page, our YouTube channel. I'm just trying to get the numbers up so that we can do something with it. It's stupid, but whatever.
Your shirt is stupid.
Eagle face.
That's the worst name for a karate dojo,
dude. I absolutely. But listen, we can't talk about it. No spoilers tonight. Listen, thank you to Dr. Beard. Thank you to was it Josh, the guitarist in English Muffin Divers, that was calling in, or John?
Oh, now you see he's gonna call in really angry.
He's so mad. Oh gosh,
I think
the
it was
guitarist.
John.
The old dude.
Yeah, the token old.
Thanks to Pete and Kenny Wayne. So glad
I don't ask good questions. Fuck you.
Kenny Wayne's on the mend. And then Nick, the trivia guy. Wow, that was great. Poop themed trivia. Who knew? And then
hey, you know what? I gotta say
John
something.
Chapman's getting himself a poop knife.
The fact that 100% of our listeners knew that Lake Titicaca emptied into fucking
Poopo.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. I love it.
There was a couple. I kind of. Oh, I came in second.
You did.
I came in second. Jeff, yes. Get ready. It's so good to hear from you, Jeff. I sent you that message. Jeff and I went to college together. And he didn't have like a nickname involving Hot Pockets, but he always would walk by the corner store, come to our place, have a Hot Pocket. We play Mortal Kombat. But
what kind of Hot Pocket? What was your go-to Hot Pocket?
I think it was probably pepperoni, the pizza one. I think,
yeah,
or maybe the ham and cheese.
You weren't a barbecue beef guy?
No, I think it was pre-barbecue beef. I think back then it was just pepperoni and cheese, and then
you haven't lived until you've had a hot piece of Hot Pocket beef stuck to your lip.
You got a hot piece of beef stuck to your lip.
That's right.
But anyway, there was a recall recently, and I messaged him and I said, "Hey, man,
a Hot Pocket recall?
Are you?" Yeah, there was like pieces of plastic in Hot Pockets, and I was like, flavor? "Are you doing okay?" But he didn't respond.
Which flavor?
He didn't. I don't. It might have been.
It's important, Jimmy. I might have one in my freezer
right
now.
And look right there, pepperonis. He said the pepperonis. Yeah, you better check it.
Okay,
check.
But is it the garlic buttery crust or is it the original crust?
Check the website. We don't have time for this.
Man,
thank you everybody for tuning in. Kyle, where's Kyle? Bring him on.
Bring Kyle.
Thank you to Kyle. Kyle, great job. You did a wonderful job.
Get the camera, get in the shot. There you go.
Thank you for the new intro.
It was such a big surprise. I was so happy.
Amazing. And Dwayne, thank you for not unmuting your mic and ruining the intro during
I totally did.
See, I thought to myself, I was like, the reason he's bringing this up is because he's got something special, but he can't say that he's got something special because he's going to ruin the surprise. So anyway, you behaved, and that was good. Kyle's not mad.
I didn't behave at all. I unmuted and I laughed.
Okay.
And I think it was. I think it made it more perfect.
Okay. Well, great job,
Kyle. You're muted, buddy. You're muted, Kyle.
Kyle, thank you, buddy, and always appreciate you. Thanks for putting up with me, and I'm gonna probably need you to do the slideshow next week as well. But everybody that watched and listened and participated, and thanks for tuning in and playing the trivia. That was awesome. Thank you everybody for Dwayne Primo, for Kyle Bauer. I'm Jimmy Preston. This has been the least we could do. We'll see you guys next week.
Let me just tell you something. I will never, ever take that many mushrooms and watch a political debate again.
I was on Jerry Springer's podcast, and this is way fucking better than that.
Take me into your portal. I'm ready.
The hell did you just say?
I'm bummed. I'm bummed. I never knew we were dating that whole time, though. You should have texted me. It probably would have been really fun if I'd known.
Saw a bunch of people run into the Capitol. I thought, fuck, this sounds like a fun idea. It wasn't until I got home, people were like, Jay, I didn't know you were a racist conservative. And I was like,
I am waiting here. I am waiting here 1,000 years here.
One-
What's going on? You talking about something? Yeah. Yeah. How are you, everybody?